This is really just not surprising, in all honesty. And listen, we all have our different opinions on Skip Bayless. Some of us like him, 99% of us don't. I'd say it's like a solid 99%, let's be honest. And it doesn't help that he's a Cowboys fan. I feel like, Skip, man, you liked Tom Brady, right? Everyone hated Tom Brady. You love the Cowboys. Everyone hates the Cowboys. Half the stuff you say is nonsense. It makes sense. Shannon Sharp didn't like being a co-host with you, right? Whole entire mess there. He leaves. He's actually really good at talking. He's really good at being a talk show person. Skip has left, and now he has Richard Sherman and Keyshawn. And I gotta say, listen, okay, I don't think it's 100% on, Skip Bayless here. Because if you ever listen to Keyshawn Johnson talk, it's literally like someone just vomiting out their mouth and you just don't know what to say. I mean, Keyshawn Johnson, like, they could never have had a worse replacement for Shannon Sharp than Keyshawn. And what I mean by that, guys, is Keyshawn Johnson last year said that Mahomes was better than Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow didn't even win his division yet. Just fathom that, right? Even if you're like, okay, well, Keyshawn, whatever. Even if you like the player, you like him as a player, you like him as a person, whatever, right? The guy, his response to things is, well, Joe Burrow hasn't even won his division yet. Like, you can have stupid takes. And trust me, I understand. Listen, there are some times I have takes that I'm like, I look back and I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I agree with that one. That might have been a little bit out there take, you know? It's not in the moment you say some things. But to say he hasn't won his division is just factually, I don't understand how you can't watch football and know. Like, okay, obviously, Mahomes won the AFC West since, 2015. Guys wins every single year. Tom Brady won it every single year forever, right? You just know those things. These are things you don't have to be like, it's a bad take. You just know this. He doesn't know this, apparently. So, it's not just Skip Bayless. He is very insufferable. But it's also Keyshawn's on there. Richard Sherman's on there. I don't think Richard Sherman's bad, but I don't think he's that. Richard Sherman cannot carry a audience. He cannot carry a segment. He cannot carry, the whole entire show. And that's the problem. And as long as he can't carry it, Keyshawn Johnson is a lost cause. And then Skip is insufferable. So it's like, I feel like they should have expected this. Once they lost Shannon Sharp, the ship's going downhill, man. It's like when the Colts lost Peyton Manning before they got Andrew Luck. When they lost Peyton Manning to a neck surgery, there was nothing going on there. The ship sailed. The ship failed. It's crashed. It's a Titanic. Like, it's over. So, Dom posted this tweet saying, Skip Bayless' Undisputed Show is currently averaging the smallest audience since it returned from hiatus last September, per Sports Media Watch. The show averages fewer than 50,000 viewers, leading into an NCAA Sweet 16s. And again, like I said, it's like, if you get someone on that show that's actually good, and you can listen to, and you can agree with, and has some type of logic in their brain, I feel like, yeah, okay. We could sit back and we can say, okay, well, they can carry the show. Shannon Sharp carried the show. Just get someone on there that can carry the show. Because if not, you just have like three drunk old guys just babbing back and forth about nonsense. Like, and that's kind of like, again, what the Speak is at this point, too. The Speak is the same exact concept. I do love, what's her name? Taylor. I forget what her first name is. She was over there with, okay, now I'm going to forget everybody's name here. She was over there with Colin Cowherd. Something Taylor, Love Taylor. I forget what her first name is. But, she's great, right? And she really, in my opinion, is the only good thing about the Speak. Not because she's a female, but because the fact she actually does give some good points. But the rest of them are absolutely lost cause. Except for, I forget the guy on the right, the guy on the very right always. LaShawn McCoy's goofball. But anyway, though, knowing ESPN, watch, or, yeah, actually, no, not ESPN, knowing Undisputed, they'll probably bring on LaShawn McCoy and be like, oh, he'll fix the problem. Like, no. It's just a lot of these analysts, I feel like, this catching up to them, that, like, and I make fun of analysts all the time on this channel, for good reason, I feel like, because they just say some nonsense. That's really what it comes down to. They don't say things that make, nothing they say makes sense. They just say things just to say things. They say things just to get clicks and views and to anger people. Like, the point of most analysts on most football shows now, just say things to piss people off and have people say something on social media about them and spread their clips out there and gets clicks and gets views. I think the one person who does it all the time but is really good at it is Stephen A. Smith. But I can at least respect that Stephen A. Smith does make some really good valid points and he is very logical. But outside of that, Bart Scott. Yeah, Bart Scott. Remember when Bart Scott said that T. Higgins purposely tried to kill Damar Hamlin? Oh, he did it on purpose. He targeted him on purpose, trying to kill him. It doesn't surprise me. I'll say it like that. It doesn't surprise me. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.